Let's take a look at our corn market, get you updated on current prices in Chicago. Here we go with a look at December. Right now in December corn, we're trading just fractionally lower. We have it trading a half lower at 366 3/4, and we have March down a half. Soybean trade this morning, we now have that November contract now trading 4 3/4 lower. We're at 840 1/2. And let's switch over to the wheat. In the wheat, we had weakness yet again in that Chicago market. December down 7 1/2. We're at 520 3/4 per bushel. That's about 12 cents off our overnight high. And Kansas City wheat, we have the December contract there trading 6 lower at 524 3/4, and that would be about 11 cents off of its overnight high. Meanwhile, Minneapolis wheat, we currently have December trading 4 1/4 lower at 575 3/4. And with the hurricane approaching the southeast, well, on the cotton market today, we have that December contract actually down 153 points. We're at 82.32 per pound right now. Ben Hushon joins us. He's from the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. And this ought to be interesting here, Ben. I would imagine that the overall impact of that storm Florence that's heading for the mid-Atlantic coast, eventually it's going to kind of spread northward. Will that have a big impact on you guys or not? Do you know?
Good morning, Marlin. That has certainly been the question of the day. And if I may take a brief, I don't want to let today go by, September 11th, without special prayer and thanks for the military and first responders. It's a day we'll never forget. And another day we're not going to forget is certainly going to be later this week. That's all everybody's talking about is the rain. We had 3 to 4 inches, Marlin. Started Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tried to get some fresh pictures in this morning, but just foggy and drizzly. And the ground is absolutely saturated. Down in Galena, Maryland, the eastern shore of Maryland, today normally combines would be rolling, and everybody's parked, and they don't want to be. They want to be rolling, and because everybody keeps saying there's some lady named Florence heading our way, and it could be serious with how saturated the ground already is.
So you're already saturated before the storm even gets there. That could be really bad. Just real quickly here, Ben, how at risk is maybe your corn crop? Is there a lot left?
There it is. There has been virtually none started. Go up my area, Harford County, you can count it's just a couple hundred acres. It would be 2%, 3% that's been harvested. Come down to the eastern shore where I'm at today of Maryland, sandier soil, closer to the coast. It's all everybody's talking about at this field day is how they really want to be home running corn, and they might. And I mean, we're looking at field corn that's full of disease this year. All I've talked to you about for months is how much rain we've had. Rain brings disease, so the risk is very high for corn getting blown down, that's for sure.
Wow. Well, thank you for the update. And I'm sure thoughts and prayers with all you folks there. On behalf of all of our audience, we're sure thinking about you and hope for the best for everybody there. Pass that along. Thank you, Ben. Ben Hushon of the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. We'll come back in a moment and we'll get you updated on our livestock trade next. And again, our thanks to Ben Hushon of the mill in Whitehall, Maryland, for the update on the Mid-Atlantic region as they brace for the approaching Hurricane Florence. Well, I want to get you updated now on our livestock trade on the futures board in Chicago. Let's go to the live cattle board for you. And right now you have your October contract at 109.60. That's down 55 cents on the day. The December live cattle are currently trading 40 lower. We're now showing a last trade of 114.02. Well, that would happen to be on the low of the day as we speak right now. But I will add the trading range has been really, really narrow today, not even half a dollar wide. That's kind of unusual. February live cattle at 118.40. That would be down 12 cents on the day here so far. It's been an interesting pattern on the live cattle charts that we have been looking at recently. A lot of analysts said the market has just gone sideways, and they've kind of been watching for signs of a breakout one way or the other. They just can't read a whole lot into that, given the current choppiness in the market. Now let's move on to the feeder cattle trade and look at the futures here. Just like on the live cattle board, we have the feeders under a little bit of pressure too. Not a lot, but some. September feeders now at 152.25. That would be down 27 cents. We have October down 33. We're at 152.35. And excuse me, November down 38 at 152.50 per hundredweight. And moving on to the lean hog trade here today, this is kind of interesting here, where we have the October down a nickel at 55.90. Look at the range. We had a high of 56.58 and a low of 54.80. Wow, that's quite a swing there, but we're barely moved from our close yesterday. December now up 8. We're at 55.78 per hundredweight. And February down 4 at 63.88. Wanted to go through the livestock summary from yesterday. Really nothing to speak of for cash cattle trade out in the plains. I see big goose eggs everywhere on all the different state regions for their reports, so no activity yet. We did have some direct hog trade on a live basis and a carcass basis. Nationwide, it looks like on a live basis, the average price would be about 15 cents higher yesterday. And the range of trade ran from $27.75 to $33.50. Meanwhile, on plant-delivered carcass basis hogs, they were up $1.68 yesterday at $38 to $46.50 per hundredweight. Now on to the cutout values. Yesterday afternoon, we had a surge in select beef cutout values, while the choice cuts were actually down. Choice went down 26 cents at $206.30 per hundredweight. We had selects up $1.84 at $198.93. And if you look at the pork carcass cutout values and the belly market yesterday, here's a closer look. Carcass values went down 71 cents at $67.85, and the belly market actually went the other way. They were up $1.82, and they had an afternoon update of $89.60 per hundredweight, John. So there you have the latest activity.